Coming up on news at 4, crews in Brunswick County pulled a crashed car out of the water. Developing story right now. Also coming up, a Brunswick County man wins the jackpot. And Jimmy.
And we are still tracking weather here across southeastern North Carolina. Full details on Friday, and also first floor estimate is now out. Full details coming up.
WECT, first at 4.
Hello, everyone. This is First at 4. I am David, along with Chief Forecaster Jimmy Granger in the First Alert Weather Center, along with Chris Ezzolini. He is also in the First Alert Traffic Center this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a look at our number one top story for this afternoon. Crews in Brunswick County pulled crashed car out of water. Crews from Bolivia Fire Department and other local agencies responded to a car that was found damaged in a lake on yesterday. A Brunswick County Sheriff's Office representative says that the crash was off of Old Ocean Highway, which is off of US 17 highway. Again, there's pictures of this. You can find it at WCT.com with more information. Taking a live look right now in Whiteville. The sun is out after strong to severe storms. Even had a tornado warning yesterday in the area. Now things are looking a bit calmer outside. Let's throw things over to Chief Forecaster Jimmy Granger. What was a look?
After yesterday's storms, I have to say I was very tired after yesterday dealing with all those tornado warnings. But now we can focus on the good weather. Clearing, chilly, light winds for tonight. Low dropping out into the upper 30s. And then we will turn our attention over into tomorrow's forecast. Of course, mostly sunny, chilly, light winds, only high in the lower 50s. But big changes is on the way. Your full forecast coming up.
All right. Thank you, Chief Forecaster Jimmy, for that update. A Leland man won almost $500,000 with a jackpot on Sunday on a $1 cash 5 tickets. Hipto Merkles bought his winning ticket from Handy's Huggos located on Northwest Road in Leland. And, quote, his ticket matched all 5 numbers to win the jackpot. Enter the quote, the lottery official said. Back in the quote, the odds of matching numbers of 5 balls are 1 in 962,598. End of the quote. Merkles claimed his prize at lottery headquarters on Tuesday. He took home over $351,273 after required federal and state tax withholdings. So again, congratulations to the man that won. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade is coming to downtown Wilmington. The parade will begin at 11 a.m. next Monday of next week. According to city officials, the parade will begin at 3rd Street near Hanover Street and head south, turning on Princess Street and ending on the 4th Street near Chestnut Street. The detours will be placed northbound 3rd Street through traffic to be detoured to 5th Street, and then southbound 3rd Street through traffic to be detoured to French Street or Davis Street to 4th Street of 5th Avenue. A map of the parade route can be seen on our website at WCTnews.com. A 18-year-old man is facing murder charges after shooting a man 14 times, hiding body in an air mattress. A Missouri man is facing a murder charge after investigation says investigators said he shot someone 14 times and then tried to clean up his crime. Jackson Pierce, age of 18, is being held at St. Charles Jail on a $1 million bond. The St. Peter's Police Department said the shooting happened Monday around the 300 block of Willow Square Drive. According to police, a witness told them that Pierce and another man, later identified as 23-year-old Dalton Coleman, were home when Coleman started acting weird. Pierce reportedly went into the bedroom to distance himself from Coleman. The 18-year-old told police that Coleman then forced his way into the room and tried to punch him. Pierce told police that a struggle for a gun began until he gained control of the weapon and shot Coleman 14 times. Authorities said the autopsy showed Coleman had approximately 15 gunshot wounds. After the shooting, Pierce told the police that he and another person began to clean up the crime scene. During a search of the home, officers found Coleman's body inside an air mattress with a garbage bag around his head. Pierce does not yet have a court date scheduled. Again, once we get more information and more details about the story, you can find it at WCT.com. All right, Chris, tell us about this nightly lane closure up ahead.
Coming up, traffic across the area. Nightly lane closure begins on Thursday on Cape Fear Memorial Bridge.
Alrighty, thank you, Chris. And coming up, we're going to be talking about how the Doppler radar in shadows offline for maintenance. We'll talk about that. That's when we return to WCT News, first at 4. Welcome back to WCT News, first at 4. Let's throw it over to Chris here with an update on nightly lane closures. Begin Thursday on Cape Fear Memorial Bridge.
Nightly lane closures begin in Thursday on Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. My bad. Wilmington overnight lane closure on the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge are set to begin Thursday, January 11th for the Bridge Prevention Project. The closure will start with the outside lanes of the bridge and they switch to the inside lanes per the North Carolina Department of Transportation. The lanes will close each night from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Traffic will still be able to close the bridge throughout a single open lane in both directions. A detour will not require the closure of both lanes isn't set to begin until January 28th.
All right. Thank you for the update, Chris.
You're welcome.
The National Service KLTX Doppler weather radar in shallow will be down beginning today as crews work to replace the radome. During the repair, info from the Doppler radar will not be available. Instead, the National Service and the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration will use info from Morehead City, Raleigh, Columbia, and Charleston radars. The radar is expected to return to operations around Saturday of January 27th. Oh my! So it's gonna be down for a long time. So pretty much for the rest of the month, the radar is going to stay down. So there you go.
Now it's still going up. The upper radar will be active this moment ago, but it won't be active for the next few more days. Full forecast coming up. Okay.
And also coming up, we'll have traffic with Chris. That's when we return after the break. We're watching First 4. We're watching the news at 4.
With your first alert forecast.
After a stormy and bumpy night that we had last night, more calmer weather is on the way, but then our attention goes to another system. Friday storms headline. Now, like I said again, it ain't going to be a washout. It ain't going to rain all day long. And it didn't really rain all day long yesterday, but there is a risk of strong and severe thunderstorms here across southeastern North Carolina. Most of southeastern North Carolina is now, well, parts of the area is under a level 3 that will be a enhanced risk for strong and, yes, severe thunderstorms here in southeastern North Carolina. Now, wind gusts at the 30 to 35 mile per hour, yes, that's possible. Like I said again, it won't be a total washout with this system that's coming up on Friday, but we need to be weather aware. Now, a first alert action day has now been declared for your Friday. Wind Friday into Friday night, strong to severe thunderstorms are possible. Not likely, but possible. Where all of southeastern North Carolina, strong wind gusts and heavy rain will be likely here across southeastern North Carolina. Make sure to bring in your pets, or make sure to have a way to get severe weather alerts. That's incorrect. I will have to go back in there and fix that. A few tornadoes is possible. Remember where to go if a tornado warning is issued for your location. Here's your 7-day forecast here on your screen. Stormy weather is on the way. So have a way to receive warnings. But look at that, drier, but there may be another rain chance on Monday, so we might have to bump that chance up in the next newscast. But drier, calmer, and no storms in the forecast for the next few days. So hopefully that's good news, but that could change, as you know, throughout tonight. So we may have to drop the first alert action day for now, but details will be declared on that when we get more details on this storm system. But for now, though, enjoy the nice, calm weather and, chilly weather for the remainder of the week.
All right. Sounding pretty good. More storms. All right.
Yeah, gusty late. So
All
this
right.
is going to be a nighttime event. You want to have a way to receive warnings. This is going to be a nighttime event, so have a way to receive warnings.
All right. I'm all yours. We'll make sure to download the WCT app. All right. Let's throw gears over to Chris here with a look at traffic.
So right now, traffic across the area near Easy Hills right now, we do have fast roads, so no traffic across the area there. But more of a wide view, near Wilmington, overall we do have some pretty fast roads, which the cars are probably moving fast, but near Oak Island there is a tiny bit of some yellow, which is some medium traffic. But we actually do have an accident due to crash on US 117 boatways from New Rye to Main Street. And that's the traffic update.
All right. Thank you, Chris. The news at 4 continues next. We're back after this.
On 3rd Street for over a century and a half. I sat down with the new CEO of Thalian Hall to talk about the history of one of the city's greatest treasures.
Dog's got to bark, a mule's got to bray.
There's a lot of history from the plot of land Thalian Hall sits on.
There was a theater here before that called the Ennis Academy, where there was a theater on the first floor, and the second floor was North Carolina's first free school.
It was that theater when P.T. Barnum, the famous showman and founder of Barnum and Bailey Circus, happened to pass through Wilmington with a famous entertainer.
Jenny Lind, who was the Taylor Swift of the 19th century. People just clamored to hear her sing. And she was coming on a train from Richmond to Charleston, and the train stopped here in Wilmington.
Everyone rushed to the train station and begged her to perform.
P.T. Barnum apparently scoffed and said, "Your theater can't even hold my orchestra."
It wasn't long after that, city leaders, perhaps a little embarrassed, built Thalian Hall.
Well, 1858 was its opening, and so we're in its 165th year.
At the time it was built, it held 10% of the city's population, which is saying something given Wilmington was the largest city in the state at the time. Many famous names have graced the stage here, including Buffalo Bill, William Cody, and Frederick Douglass. Another big name with very close ties to Thalian Hall, John T. Ford.
After Lincoln's assassination, the theater was closed, and he moved to Wilmington, and he ran Thalian Hall.
Ford was the first to do a renovation of Thalian Hall. Since then, there have been a few, but the main theater has never been gutted. The latest renovation.
All right. Thank you for that update. All right, so let's go ahead and get a final check of traffic across the area, and then we'll take a look at that forecast.
They fucking screwed your whole fucking life.
So right now in Easy Hills, traffic across the area, we do have fast roads right now. So pretty good. I messed up, sorry. But live traffic right now in Wilmington, we do have overall fast roads right now, so the cars are going to be going pretty fast. But in like some areas in Wilmington, there could be some medium traffic. But near Oak Island, there is some medium traffic. Accident road closed due to crash on US 117 boatways from New Ride to Main Street.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Here we go with the laugh. Here we go with the laugh.
What I just heard, I don't even want to say it, but what I just heard in the background was not professional at all.
What?
Not at all. Anybody next?
Look at the private chat.
I know what. We'll see you at 4:30. For now, have a great day. We matters. Gusty storms late, but beautiful weather after that.
Here we go. Coming up on WCT News at 4:30, a Whiteville man arrested on 20 child porn-related charges. We're going to tell you why. Coming up in just a few minutes. Also, a Brunswick County man wins a big jackpot. We'll tell you how much he got coming up in just a little bit. And Chris, what will Jimmy be talking about in the First Alert Weather Center? Oh, well, Jimmy is somewhere. But coming up, Jimmy will talk about First Alert Action. We'll talk about that coming up. So stay tuned.
WECT, first at 4.
Welcome over to the news at 4:30 right here on WECT, our version of it. I am David, along with Chief Forecaster Jimmy Granger, and with Chris, that is traffic. We hope you're having a great mid-afternoon. Let's take a look at some stops. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at today's top stories. The Whiteville Police Department arrested a man on 20 child pornography-related charges on January 10th, which is today. Devin Mitchell Bishop from Whiteville was arrested on 10 counts of second-degree exploitation of a minor and 10 counts of third-degree exploitation of a minor. Okay. He received a $100,000 secure bond, and his next scheduled court day is January 31st. All right. Crews in Brunswick County had to deal with a car. They had to pull it out. The fire department and other local agencies responded to a car that was found damaged in a lake on Tuesday. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office responded, and they said that the crash was off Old Ocean Highway, which is off US 17 business. Again, still developing story. Again, we're still trying to get more information and details on how this happened. And again, you can find up-to-date information on WECT.com. All right, let's switch gears over to, well, before we do that, here's a live look right now in Whiteville. Sun is out after cloudy skies and stormy weather yesterday, even a few tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, and we were under a tornado watch too. Joining us is forecaster Chris Azzolini here with a first check at the forecast.
So Wednesday night forecast: clearing, chilly, light winds. We do have pretty clearing skies. Starting off cloudy skies, but it's gonna clear out. 10% chance of rain. Mostly sunny. Tomorrow's forecast: mostly sunny skies, chilly, light wind. Mostly sunny skies. High of 55. Wind south at 5. Friday storm headlines. Some rain possible. Some of the rain could be heavy at times. There is no risk of strong or severe storms late at night. Wind gusts 20 to 25 possible.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Oh, good. Thank you, Chris, for the first check of the forecast. A Leland man won almost $500,000 on a jackpot on Sunday on a $1 cash tickets, which he had 5 of them. Hippolytz bought his winning ticket from the Handy Hugo's located on Northwest Road in Leland. Burkos claimed his prize at lottery headquarters on Tuesday. He took home $351,273 after required federal and state tax, again, withholdings on that. What happened? Oh, okay. We do have some breaking news right now. Actually, we got two breaking news stories as we are interrupting things here. Two boys died after falling through icy pond on Monday. And then two people killed by an SUV while trying to help a dog hit by a car. So those are our two breaking news stories right now. It looks like I'm the only one here. It's just me on screen, guys. Anyways, welcome. Okay, for some reason I've lost this story. That is strange. Okay, there it is. All right, details for the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade in downtown Wilmington. The Martin Luther King Jr. Parade will begin at 11 a.m. on Monday of next week in downtown Wilmington. According to city officials, the parade will begin at 3rd Street near Hanover Street and heading south, turning on Princess Street and ending on 4th Street near Chestnut Street. So again, that's what's happening. An 18-year-old man is facing murder charges after shooting a man 14 times, hiding his body in an air mattress. A Missouri man is facing a murder charge. His bond is set to $1 million, and he's being held in the St. Charles County Jail. After the shooting, Pierce told police that he had another person begin to clean up the crime scene. Pierce does not have any court dates scheduled yet. Again, this is still a developing story. All right, looks like, well, I was about to say it looks like the whole team is back, but the whole team here was back for a second, and now everyone's gone. All right, so anyways, coming up next, nightly lane closures beginning on Thursday on Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. Traffic specialist Chris to talk about that next. And coming up, we'll talk about Doppler radar in Chile is offline. We'll say why when we return to the break. Since I'm the only one here, looks like I'm going to be talking about this story here.
Hello.
Doppler radar. Oh, you're back now. Okay. The Doppler radar in Shelley is offline. How come? Well, it's because of maintenance. The KLTX Doppler radar is going to be down. It's starting down today, and it will reopen Saturday on January 27th. So definitely some time until it comes back.
And
since Chris is, oh, go ahead.
No, I saw the forecast, but okay.
Okay. And since Chris is gone, I will do this for y'all.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. All right, you take over.
You could do it though.
Okay. Nightly lane closures began Thursday on Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. Overnight lane closures are expected to begin around tomorrow for the bridge preservation project. The closure of both eastbound lanes isn't set to begin until January 28th. The lanes will close each other at night from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Coming up, Jimmy has a check of the forecast.
Yeah,
it looks like
I had
I'm
the
doing
full check of the forecast coming up.
traffic. That's all right. Welcome back into the show. We got some breaking news right now. A Whiteville man has been arrested for 20 porn-related charges. That's next. That's breaking news.
With your first alert forecast.
Okay, that was that. Okay, well, we're gonna get that breaking news here in just a moment. But it looked like my weather graphic decided they want to take a little trip. So give me 1 minute here. Difficult issues here. So what kind of breaking news was that, David?
I don't know. I just saw it pop up on the top of the website. I'm like, okay, breaking news about a Whiteville man arrested on that.
Well, hey,
If you need me to, I can go right to breaking news.
Well, that is breaking news, so we will extend the forecast for later.
Okay. Okay. The Whiteville Police Department arrested a man on 20 child porn. I apologize. I have some microphone issues. Whiteville man. Devin Michael Bishop from Whiteville. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Devin Mitchell Bishop from Whiteville was arrested on 10 counts of second-degree exploitation of a minor and 10 counts of third-degree exploitation of a minor. He received a $100,000 secure bond, and his next scheduled court date is on the last day of January. The Whiteville Police Department is committed to partnering with the community. If you have any updates on this man that did porn-related stuff, make sure to contact the police department in Whiteville.
All right. Live view right now in White Boy. Well, we just had it up.
Alert forecast.
All right. Okay. So, Okay. All right, coming up, we're gonna take a quick break because I got to get myself back together here. So we'll be back in a minute with weather. All right. So we're gonna try this one more time.
And now, here is Chief Forecaster Jimmy Granger.
With your first alert forecast.
All right. Thank you for the introduction there. All right. So, for the rest of the day, we can finally say goodbye to the storm weather. We can now finally say hello to the sunny weather, at least for the night now. But there is some big changes on the way with that forecast here in just a moment. You see right there at the screen there. You see, well, maybe not. Okay. Well, either way it goes, you see on your screen. Sunny weather at least for the next few days, but that will take the turn for the worse as we head into Friday. But for now, though, let's go and take a look at that for tonight's weather forecast. 35 degrees, clear and chilly, and light winds, 10% chance of rain. And then for tomorrow, mostly sunny, chilly, and light winds. 55 for the lower high. Now, let's get into what's going to be happening on Friday. We have now dropped the first alert action day for Friday, but may be reissued again if we get more details on that. But for now, though, there is a risk of strong and severe storms. Late at night, that is a question mark for now. Now, the wind gusts to the 20-25 mile per hour are possible in later forecasts. So for now, we have now dropped the first alert action day. Here's your 7-day forecast on your screen. Let's go and go full screen with this. 7-day forecast, a 60% chance of rain, and we may need to upgrade that forecast just a little bit. We have now bumped the rain chance up for Monday, but for now, clear weather and drier weather, at least until Friday.
All right. There we go. All right, sounding pretty good there on the forecast. Thank you, Jimmy, for the update. Coming up next, we got some breaking news to talk about. The news at 4:30. We'll be back after this.
So it's just going to stay on the breaking news screen. That's fine.
WACT News begins now with breaking news.
All right, everyone, we're beginning our coverage with breaking news. Oh, okay, wrong camera. We're getting our coverage with breaking news right now. Again, still updates on the Whiteville man as we're getting more information about this. The Whiteville man accused, or not really accused, but the Whiteville man has been arrested on 20 child porn related charges. If you're wondering what he looks like, this is the man right here. Again, he is then wanted, and now he's finally arrested. His bond is at $100,000. So, if you know where Jimmy's dad, okay. Anyways, again, we'll have more information about that story later on. All right, we're back after this.
All right, forecast
All right, final
Thursday
check of
56
that. Okay.
and Friday 60% chance of rain, and then drier until Monday.
All right. Thank you for the updates, and thank you guys for joining
Wait.
us. We'll see you
Wait
back
before we go.
here.
Wait before we go. That joke that you made before we went to commercial break, that was not a cool joke, by the way. That was just a terrible joke.
Wait, you heard what I said?
I heard what you said, yeah. Terrible joke. But back, see you all at 5 p.m.
Escapes his kennel, wanders the hall, then opens a mess before heading out for another call.
I saw the officer clean this up so good, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing! That was so nice." and wasn't needed. I mean, it wasn't required, I should say.
It's something Jody hadn't experienced before, a good laugh about a dog with a mission.
This dog is so smart. He definitely ruled the place, didn't he?
You gotta love that.
Absolutely. He's since been adopted. How cute is he?
Yeah,
Smart dog.
He knew where the food was. He was like, I'm hungry. I'm going to get some food. And then, someone comes to the door and he's like, all happy to see them.
Yeah, he's just having a good time in the middle of the night. What other dogs are like, hey, what's up? I can't get out of here. Break them all out. Have fun.
Yeah, work this latch.
I'm loving it. Why didn't he let everyone out? If you have a story you want to share on the good side, just email us at news@localnewslive.com. You can also hit us up, of course, on Facebook at Local News Live. Okay, we have a story for you. This is my favorite story for you, Sandra. Meet some new baby sloth bears.
Aww.
2 babies born at Zoo Miami last month. Mom, Kemity, is 4 years old. Father Hank is 11.
Father Hank.
Zookeepers say they're both baby girls. They're in good health and they weigh, what do you think? 2 to 3 pounds each. I was going to say,
that right?
You could probably see the
2 to 3
teleprompter there, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
How cute.
Oh, look at those nails, though.
I know they're.
All right, thank you, Zora, and class with that story there. Let's go ahead and get a quick forecast check here. 7-day forecast check with Jamie Granger.
All right. So for now, we got some quiet weather on the way, but for tonight though, quiet weather, and for tomorrow, still quiet, but then it starts a little bit more stormy, but not as bad as it was last night.
Headlines on this Wednesday evening after an unsettled Tuesday night. We are tracking a chilly and frosty Wednesday night. Additionally, we are eyeing another round of gusty showers and storms to come through the Cape Fear region, and our weekend going to be cooler and drier. We're going to break all these forecast headlines down here coming up at 5 o'clock.
Catastrophic.
All right, you heard it. Jimmy's coming up, and he'll talk about all of that for you coming up in just a few minutes. Set for a live newscast. It's 5 o'clock now in about 10 seconds. Coming up on WCT News, we're going to talk about the storm recovery and what you need to know about it. Plus, coming up, a flu death spike for many parts of the country. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes. Also, plus, joining us live at the coastline, WECT News reporters joining us with protecting us from the coast. You're watching WCT News at 5. I'm David, along with Jimmy Granger. We hope you're having a great start to your afternoon. Continuing our coverage, a storm aftermath across the Cape Fear region brought lots of flooding, even a few tornadoes, hail, and even damaging winds across the area. So again, definitely was a pretty bad storm we had last night and late parts of the afternoon hours. Let's turn it over to Chief Forecast here, Jimmy Granger, with a first check of the forecast this afternoon or this evening.
Yeah. So after last night, I'm now getting storm base in the chat, as you just heard. So let's talk about that here, because normally when we hear about storm recoveries, there was a report in Hanover County, NWS Storm Bay. They report so we are getting reports in, and we will have more details coming up on that here in just a few moments. But for now, there's 35 degrees for tonight, and then for tomorrow, mostly sunny, chilly, and light winds, 55 for the forecast high. Let's go ahead and throw it back to David.
The district tells me both schools will be back to business as usual tomorrow with no delays as of now. Coming up at 6, I'll have a recap of how many outages we saw in our area and how many of those people are still without power tonight. Live in Hampstead, Emma Dolomere, WCT News.
All right. Thank you, Emma, for that live report. And thank you, Jimmy, for that forecast check. And again, you can get more information about these storms and devastation across the area at WCT.com in the news section. All right. Let's go ahead and switch gears here to what these storms look like when they came into the area before. But Southport plans a multi-million-dollar project to prevent shoreline erosion. Again, this is going to involve with possibly a brand new bridge. You'll hear about this coming up tonight at 6 right here on WECT. Again, lots of planning and lots of things that will cost with this. So again, you'll hear more about the story tonight at 6 right here on WCT.
The project is expected to take years.
We don't want to lose that shoreline. The board certainly doesn't want to. It's a priority of this community as well as a priority for the board. And it's going to take a lot more money than $5 million, but I think it's going to be well spent to protect that shoreline and make sure that it stays safe for years and years to come. But it's going to cost money. We just don't know.
Welcome back over to the news at 6 here. We'll hear about your forecast with Jimmy in just a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and continue our top stories across the area. Let's see here. There we go. All right.
A startling scene for drivers along this Clayton County, Georgia road, where high winds from Tuesday's devastating storms toppled a massive tree, crushing this car and killing the driver, say local authorities.
I was looking on the news. I saw there tornado coming.
Twisters were reported across multiple states Tuesday, like this RV park in Jackson County, Florida, and in Bay County's Panama City Beach area, where damage is extensive. Further north, officials say at least one person died after a tornado hit this mobile home community in North Carolina. Millions of people woke up to flooded property and communities Wednesday. Forecasters say around 200 river gauges across the eastern U.S. were at some level of flood stage throughout the day, with some cities like Baltimore having to rescue residents from stranded vehicles. As these storm impacts move out of the region Wednesday evening, meteorologists are tracking a new winter storm in the northwest. One, they say, that could push more snowfall, flooding, and dangerous winds across the Midwest, South, and Eastern U.S. later this week. I'm Laura Aguirre for WECT News.
All right, let's take a live look right now at the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. This is the
All right, thank you. Taking a live look right now towards the Memorial Bridge as we take a look at traffic right now. We do have some traffic concerns that we are worried about this, I guess you could say, late afternoon to the early evening hours. We're about to hear about the closures of the roadways. Joining us live in the studio. Let's start over.
Started adjusting turn lanes and timing traffic lights to prepare for those detours. Here's a look at crews adjusting the signals where 421 turns onto the Isabel Holmes Bridge. Once the lanes into Wilmington close down at the end of the month, drivers will be routed over the Holmes Bridge or up and across I-140. Trucks will not be able to travel through downtown Wilmington to help limit traffic for other drivers. NCDOT engineer Trevor Carroll tells me the department will also have its own crews out to keep traffic moving.
Our plan is to have 2 IMAP drivers on the Brunswick side of the project and 2 IMAP drivers on the New Hanover side to, again, assist with any traffic congestion, any crashes. Again, our goal is to keep this, all the detour traffic moving as seamless as it can be.
Here's the timeline. The outside lanes of the bridge will close in each direction starting at 7 until 5 the next morning. That will last until January 28th, and it starts tomorrow night. Then crews will shut down both lanes coming into Wilmington, with work expected to be done by the end of March. The lanes will reopen on both sides for the Azalea Festival. Then in early April, crews will close the lanes coming out of Wilmington just before Memorial Day. Just to give you an idea of how urgent this project is, crews had to go out to the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge during yesterday's storm to repair part of that deck that had broken off due to travel. I'll hear from an NCDOT engineer on why that happened and how it was addressed coming up at 6.
All right. Thank you, Zach, for that update. All right. We got a problem with flu happening across the country. Okay. Flu news is a problem. Here you go.
Altogether, 96 people in North Carolina have died from the flu this flu season alone. Most of those deaths were people over the age of 65. COVID-19 and RSV also remain major concerns for our hospitals. The state says more than 17% of people visiting emergency rooms last week had symptoms of a respiratory virus. The Red Cross sounding the alarm tonight about a critically low supply of blood donations. The organization says that over the past 20 years, the number of people donating blood has fallen by about 40%. Now, you can make a difference and help save lives. Through the rest of this month, the Red Cross will host several blood drives in New Hanover, Brunswick, Pender, and Columbus counties. Altogether, there will be nearly 40 blood drives held across our community this month. You can find the full list and details on how to make an appointment inside this story on your WECT News app.
All right, coming up, we will have a check of your forecast with Chief Forecaster Jimmy Granger. That is when we return to WCT News at 5. Shifting gears to Chief Forecaster Jimmy Granger here with a final check of your full forecast.
Alrighty. All right. So for tonight, well, at least for the rest of tonight, we'll have about no storms. But now, switching gears over into Friday. Some rain possible. Some of the rain could be heavy at times. Now, there is a risk of strong or severe storms late at night. That will be a big old question mark. And then wind gusts at the 20 to 25 mile per hour, not as powerful as it was with Tuesday's system. Here's your 7-day forecast, a 60% chance of rain for your Friday, but then doing pretty good with most of the rain winding down Friday night into Saturday, and then 10% chance of rain on your Saturday. I did bump that chance up just a little bit, but Sunday though looking pretty great, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday some rain possible as well.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you for watching. We will see you back here with another Wilmington Newscast in the future. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.